Thanks for hanging out with us this morning on Good Day State Line. We just heard about all the benefits of martial arts from Team Haanpaa. Darby and Amanda are here with me now to show off these moves and what we might need to do and what we might learn if we come visit you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So today what we're going to be doing is talking about just a real life situation that happened where a woman was at the supermarket and somebody literally in broad daylight tried to abduct this person. Fortunately, some other people were able to get involved, but it did end up going to the ground and before she was able to get away. So first thing we're going to talk about is if somebody tries to grab you, okay, the principles here are there's a strong part to my grip and a weak part of my grip. So say I'm grabbing Amanda just like this. You notice that her wrist is wider this way and skinnier this way. So first thing she does when I grab her is she gets a good base. If I pull on her, my leverage this way and I let go, she's not falling over. She's got a good base, right? Secondly, she takes that wide part of her wrist, she turns it in so the skinny part is towards the weak part of my grip, the fingers and the thumb there. She's going to push her elbow through and turn her wrist over to the far shoulder. If she needs to pull harder, she can use her other hand to help her there. Okay, and just so you know, her wrist is like turning red because this is a real grip. I'm not taking it easy on her, but I pull, she turns her wrist like this. Yeah, give her a little bit extra there so she doesn't fall over a good base. You want to try that?
Yeah, let me switch.
Okay.
Switch. Okay, which arm?
So right here, just like this, you notice your wrist here is wider, skinnier here. First, make your good base. A little wide stance there, leaning back against it.
Against you.
Now, if I let go, don't fall over, right? Okay. There you go.
I wasn't just trying to be funny.
Okay.
I did almost fall
That's
over.
the idea, okay? You don't want to overcompensate, right?
Okay.
So I'm here like this. You turn the skinny part through, bend your elbow, and pull towards your far shoulder. Yep, pull towards your far shoulder there.
I'm going to need my other hand.
Okay, use the other hand there.
You're very strong.
Okay, go ahead again.
Okay, so then you pull like
Yep,
this?
boom, just like that. That's the idea.
All right.
Okay?
I
Now,
can practice a little bit more on my own time, so I'm prepared.
for sure. This is not something like with self-defense. You want to do just one time and be like, I got it, right?
Right.
Want to practice it. So in this particular situation, the attacker grabbed them, pulled them, and she actually fell to the ground. So I'm going to demonstrate with Amanda real quick.
Because you guys are married.
Kind of what happens in this situation, right? So we'll go ahead and use this whole space here, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna get
in
out
this
of your way.
particular situation, right, they pulled, and this person fell right away. And so we're here dragging them away. Here's what you can do. She grabs her own wrist, and as I'm pulling, she can bring her feet here, and she's got this leverage. She can pull with her arms and push with her legs, right? Now here, her legs are her best weapon, so she keeps me in front of her. Here she can kick the knee, the groin, the face, whatever she needs to create space. When she's created space, she can scooch away. There's a safe time to get up. It's not when I'm close. It's right here when I'm getting away, right? That's when this person would get up and get away. So there's a little bit of a look on just like some basic self-defense stuff.
So when you take a class with you guys, are they different classes? Are some more self-defense?
Yeah,
and
so
some more fitness-oriented?
Absolutely. What I think we forget sometimes is that fitness can be a big part of self-defense, right? You want to be able to make sure that you have the energy to get yourself away, right? So we have our fitness kickboxing, which involves a lot more of the striking, cardio kickboxing kind of stuff. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is more of what you just saw, which is going to be like what we do for the martial arts, for the kids and adults.
Okay. So do you have any like quick kickboxing moves you want to show me? Do you teach that anymore?
Yeah, so if you want to learn some good kickboxing moves here. So what we have a good fighting stance, right? Just like this. So basic stuff, right? When we're throwing our punches, it's same hand to same hand. If I would have a focus mitt, she'd have gloves on, right? And she'd go, turn her wedding ring, she's being nice to me, right? Okay, so her hands are up just like this, and I can get her moving here. I can say one, she's gonna punch straight out here, one. And when she sees this hand, she knows it's a two. I can go combos, 1, 2. I can tell her 1, 2 outside, or she's gonna start kicking my leg. 1, 2 outside here, hands coming back, good fighting stance. So what we'll do is we'll work in rounds and we'll demonstrate the technique. We'll let you practice the technique, and then towards the end of class, we'll start to turn it up with exercises in between.
So would kickboxing ever turn into self-defense? Like, are those moves that you should learn?
Here's what you want to think. Like, if you're thinking of like an attacker, you don't know if this person's more athletic, stronger, bigger than you. You don't know who they are. So you really want to rely on leverage and technique more than your strength and athleticism. So striking is good. She could, slap me, punch me, whatever the case may be, and there's better strikes to use, and you can be trained on those. But its effectiveness, depending on who I am, might vary.
Sure.
But the leverage of doing this is going to be the same no matter who you're dealing with. Does that make sense? So that's the idea, is when self-defense is on the line, you want to first rely on your technique and your leverage rather than being more athletic and stronger than the person.
And any tips that you have just for self-defense in general? Like I've heard, if you're walking by yourself, don't be on the phone. I've heard don't have your hair in a ponytail. Have you ever heard that before?
Yeah, there's
You're like, yes.
you can't grab
It's
it.
like we do I don't have my mic on, but we do that like the hair grab defense. Like we have an actual
Oh,
defense
okay. So if
somebody
in that
grab it.
situation, you guys are like, okay, if this happens, you got it.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's definitely situational awareness, which we talk about, things that you don't want to do. Just being aware of if you're walking from the grocery store to your car, knowing what's going on around you, that kind of stuff, not being zeroed in on your phone all the time.
Right.
So simple stuff like that. And then beyond that, we have a big we don't want you to be living in fear all the time kind of mindset. If you're paranoid all the time, it's just going to be you're living in fear all the time. So the best way to be confident is to train consistently. Stay on the mat, stay sharp. She doesn't want to have to think about oh, is this the right move for this situation? You
just kind of want to know.
I want to know you do it.
So how often do you guys have classes?
We do it 6 days a week. We have daytime classes and evening classes. So literally every evening of the week there's a fundamentals class for a beginner to work. Come in and try for the first time.
Very cool. And where are you located? I don't even think I ever asked.
No, that's okay. Yeah, we're at, is it 4911 26th Avenue, right? There, it's right up there.
Yeah, and
Right.
if you, I had a feeling if I said it, someone would help us out and put the address up there for us, as well as the web address, which is always helpful.
Yeah, web address is teamhaanpaa.com. It's easier to remember, rockfordmma.com.
That is easier to remember.
So either of those will go to our webpage.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys so much for
thank you very
coming and
much.
sharing and showing, and we'll probably end up in a class because you should always be aware of self-defense.
Sounds good.
All right, before we take a quick break, let's see what's going on around town.